Hi, it's Deb from Deb's Days. It's Tutorial Tuesday, and today we're going to make a set of heart coasters out of some fabric strips. The measurements I'm using today will make 4 coasters. Along with your regular sewing supplies, for this project you will need one piece of backing fabric measuring 9.5 inches by 9.5 inches, a piece of foundation fabric measuring 9.5 by 9.5. I'm using a piece of muslin, but you can use any cotton fabric you have around. You'll need some cotton batting measuring 9.5 by 9.5. You'll need some red scraps, actually red strips. Mine vary from an inch to 1.5 inches wide. You'll need some kind of template. I just traced one out of paper, but you could use a cookie cutter to trace around if you'd like. You'll need some pinking shears if you want the edges looking a little zigzaggy. And you'll need some basting spray. Go ahead and cover your surface because we're going to use the basting spray in a bit. Go ahead and take your backing fabric with the wrong side facing up, right side facing down. Place that on your surface. Add your batting next. And then add your foundation fabric. We need to baste these together with the spray. So what we're going to do is fold back the first 2 layers. So we have the back side of the batting, and we're going to go ahead and spray that. Go ahead and place that back. And then go ahead and grab the other half, the other side I should say, and go ahead and spray that. This basting spray can be very sticky, so that's why we have our surface protected, because otherwise the overspray could make quite the mess. Top one I'm just going to take the whole thing off and spray at. And then go ahead and center that back on. All right, now we have a coaster sandwich we can work with. All right, now we need our scraps. So go ahead and take one of your longer scraps, right side facing up, and go corner to corner. We're going to use that kind of as our straight line. Just make sure it's hanging over just a little bit. Now go ahead and grab another strip, and we're going to go right side down. So they're going to be right sides facing together. What I found when I was going through my fabric scraps is I didn't have enough long enough to go from corner to corner. So since it's a scrappy one anyway, I just stitched those together to add that length. And use a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch or somewhere in between, even 1/8 of an inch seam allowance to get those 2 stitched down. If you notice when I put those 2 together, I didn't pin them together. If you feel comfortable without pinning them, you can, but if you need to pin them, go for it. I just felt comfortable enough with this project just to hold it tightly as I was sewing. If you notice I've got these big long tails, go ahead and clip a little of that off. We might need that for later on in the project. Now what we need to do is we need to either finger press these open or take an iron and press them nicely. Now we need to add another strip. Make sure it's long enough. This one is not, so I need to add that, or I'll go with a different one. I think I have another one long enough here. Looks like this one. Alrighty, put it right sides together. Go ahead and stitch make your stitching along here to secure those. Press it open. Again, I have the extras. I'm just cut that off a little bit. I'm going to leave a little extra just in case. All right, then I need to put my next strip on. That should work. Right sides together. And stitch that down. All right, we're going to keep working our way until we get all the way to the edge. All right, I've made my way all the way over to the corner. Now we're going to flip around. We're going to do the same with the other side. We're going to start here, move on out. Right sides together. I had to stitch another one to add me some length here. I'm going to center that, make sure it hangs over a little bit. And then a 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch, 1/2 inch, whatever you want, right through here. And keep it going. Let's get another one on there. All right, added that one all the way to the corner again. You can see my strips are looking a little raggedy. Let's flip that block over. We're going to go ahead and trim off all these extra strips using the edge as a guide. Much better, don't you think? All right, let's take a look at the other side. So now we need to go ahead and grab our template. I have one I just drew on paper, and I'm going to go ahead and cut out 4 coasters from this. You can either cut from the front or the back. I do the front because I like seeing where these lines are. I want to make sure it fits in nicely with my template. So go ahead and cut that out either using your scissors or pinking shears. Alright, I have those cut out. I've done mine a few different ways so you can take a look and see what they look like. I've done a couple straight edged ones and a couple pinking shears ones, but I also did it at different angles on those fabric strips so you can see the difference whether you place the template straight across or diagonally or straight up and down. So it gives you an idea what way you might want to place your template on the little fabric sandwich we made. Alright, now what we need to do is, these edges are a little bit loose. We're going to go around on all 4 of these and secure these. You can go 1/2 inch in, 1/4 inch in, 1/8 inch in, whatever you'd like, and top stitch all the way around all of these. All 4 coasters have been stitched all the way around. We don't need to do any additional quilting on here unless you want to, because as we did those, we stitched all layers, so they've already been secured. If you'd like, go ahead and do some decorative stitching between these, or just leave them as they are. If you'd like to see more craft projects like this one, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and stop by the blog at debsdays.com. You'll find free patterns, supply lists, and links to more sewing and crafting videos. See you next week with another project.